pizza dough.
This is Papa and Madison making pizza dough.
Yeah, I want one too.
So one of the first things I do is I put water in coffee mugs. Probably about 3/4 of the way. And what I put them in the microwave. I already did it though. But I put it in the microwave for about 15-20 seconds or so. So now we're gonna get. You can get these at just about any supermarket in the baking aisle. Active dry yeast. What are they, like $1 each or something like that? I think they're pretty cheap.
It's not expensive.
So I put the yeast, and it's got to be in water that's around 100 degrees at least. So it can't be cold. It won't do anything. It can't be too hot either. So you could always test it with your finger if you know your body is about 100 degrees anyway. So if it feels just about the same as your body, it's good. So put one in here. You only need one, but I'm making 2 batches of dough. And then there's another one. After a while, it starts getting all funky and stuff, and starts getting activated.
You stir it?
No, I don't stir it for now. I just leave it there. All right, now the dough, the bread dough. I use bread flour. It's really important to use bread flour. If you use just regular flour, like regular all-purpose, or self-rising flour, it's not going to come out as good. I mean, you could still do it, but they're more processed and it doesn't bake the same. And it has bleach versus bread flour is unbleached. So it's it's better for like pancakes or pie crust and cookies and so forth. But for bread or pizza dough, it's just what's going to happen is it's going to not cook so well on the inside. And so bread flour probably costs like $1 more maybe, but it's worth it. So I do usually about 2 mugs. 2 mugs for batch, just one. You want to do alright, you can do the next one. There you go, now you can dump that.
In there?
Yep, dump it right in there. Alright, that's good.
Yeah. Let's do this one.
No, we're not going to do that one.
Why?
And usually I add a little bit of garlic. Just some regular garlic powder. And I add that. You just add that to the flour. I cover it. So it's going to give it just some better taste.
Daddy, put that in there.
And I washed my hands already. So I just mix that up.
Then why do that? My breath over there.
Why am I going to do it? Because it's going to have more flavor. It's going to taste good, that's why. And I add maybe just a little pinch
Daddy?
of salt.
Take me.
Yeah. No, you didn't wash your hands.
Why?
Because I guess we forgot. I just add just a little pinch, and that's it.
I want to do that too.
You know what? Let's wash your hands. Let's do that.
I'm going to do this.
Okay, you can do that. Let me wash your hands first.
Oh.
Let me wash your hands first.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's fire.
Then what I like to do is I like to create a little bit of a crater right in
Okay,
here.
I need to wash my hand.
Just
No,
leave
you're
it.
good. Just wipe it on your apron.
Can I do that? Did I dump my hand?
No, you're not going to dump your hand in there. So I add a little bit right in there.
Mommy!
Not on me. Thanks.
I kind of just let it sit there and kind of just mix in with a little bit of the flour.
Did Then I like to put my hand there.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, let's just wait just a minute.
Why? Hi, Daddy.
Because we're just letting it sit for just a moment.
Okay.
Okay?
That looks like fun.
Yeah.
That's
It's kind of like building a volcano in science class or something. So you're just kind of slow mixing. You're just kind of like taking the place of like a bread maker or...
with water.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not
Wait till
yet?
you start getting a little bit of
I like to
action
wash my
going on
hands.
here.
I'll wash my hands.
Well, you don't need to wash your hands because you're just going to get them dirty again.
Just stay right here.
Mom, wash my hands.
It's good, babe.
Wash your hands. That's how I do this.
All right, you can go ahead and wash your hands.
Just can't wash it too much.
Then you know we got quite a bit of flour still left in here, and so I mean water, but that's okay because we'll probably be close to using just about all of it. So as soon as I'm mixing, you got to kind of just judge with the texture.
So you didn't measure that. It's just.
I like to usually do it about 3/4 of the mug, and because you kind of just got to get a feel for it yourself when you're. So now I'm ready to just start. Get my hands in here and just start kneading. So you gotta just go in there and just start grabbing and squeezing, and this could use a little bit more.
Daddy,
Yes.
we're not doing this?
No, we're not doing that one.
Why?
So I kind of like the method of using a little bit at a time because you know if you do too much,
I like to do that too.
it's not going to come out the same. So you can add a little bit of at a time and then just start squeezing and kneading.
I like to do that too.
You do? Okay. Once we get a little bit more moisture in here, we get a little bit more consistency, you can go ahead and join in. And you can see a lot of the yeast in here has already clumped up. So that's good. That's what I
It's
want.
working?
Yeah.
Do I like to do that?
All right, you're almost ready, Madison.
Why?
And if you put too much water, I mean, you can always just put a little bit more.
They on this.
No, just put that down. You can always just add a little bit more
Okay.
of the bread flour.
Okay, Daddy.
So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil in there. And you don't use too much. You just kind of get a little bit on your hands, just like so. And just rub it in.
Put some stuff on my hand too.
You want to get some on your hands? Okay, you're almost ready.
Okay.
And like right now, I feel like I can add a little bit more of the flour in here. And that's one of those situations like I mentioned before, like you know if I added the whole thing it probably would come out pretty messy, pretty gloppy, so it's nice to add a little bit at a time. It should feel sturdy. It shouldn't feel too wet. It should feel pretty firm. Okay, you're almost ready. You just about ready? You got your imaginary, your
She's
invisible
ready.
dough? I could still feel like I could use just a little bit more flour. So there we go. And that should probably be just about enough. All right, you ready to put some olive oil in your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna be kneading the dough, Madison.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, rub your hands together. Just a little bit more. There you go. All right, you're doing a good job kneading the dough.
What are you doing, Madison?
I pinned it down.
Yeah?
I pinned it down, Mommy.
You're
Oh, what's
kneading
that
the
dough for?
From in there.
You gonna make pizza with Papa?
Yeah.
What's it feel like?
Good.
What does it smell like?
Alright.
Does it
Here,
smell
I'll give
good?
you this one right here. You can work on that one. I'll work on this one.
So
So
now-
it's starting to get like a really good consistency where where you squeeze it and it's not really sticking. And
This one. You help me do it with Papa.
That's so cool.
You can do it with me too.
and
Okay.
you really gotta just really get your hands in there, and it's
But I like to do that.
yeah, we'll do it. I mean,
So-
you just really get in there, you pound it, you hammer it. You
What-
get the-
what are
get
you
it.
trying to
It's a
do
good-
with
It's a
it?
good stress reliever. But yeah,
I
no,
like to
you.
do that too.
This is part of kneading the dough. You knuckle it right here.
I
Okay.
like to do that too, Daddy.
Okay, go ahead. You do it. All right, that's really good.
I like to do
Yeah,
that.
knuckle it for a couple of minutes. You can pull it up so it comes up real easy. Put it upside down. Go ahead, do a little bit more knuckling.
I like to do that too.
Go ahead. Go ahead. All right.
Can I do some more?
You need some more. No, you're not getting any more olive oil. That's enough. So, I mean,
I
this
like
is
to do that too.
this is just about ready. Just gotta
I like to
just-
do that too.
just knead a little bit more.
How do you know when it's ready?
It just it doesn't have, you don't feel any more, you don't feel much of the lumps. It feels very consistent, and when it feels like it's very stretchy, but it's also solid. It's
Mommy,
firm.
do this. Oh.
Oh, careful. You have olive oil
So
here.
this is actually
Hey, Mommy.
Would you like
this
to
is
say? Oh,
this is ready to sit now.
so what's the process?
So this is the process. Put a little bit of olive oil right there.
Okay. Okay, my turn now,
On the
Poppy.
top.
I'm on my turn.
And what I do is
I'm
gonna-
on my turn.
I'm going to turn it into.
I'm on my turn.
Okay, your turn's coming next.
Right.
If you see here, this method, I was taught this method about 15 years ago. What you're doing is putting your thumbs in here, and you're going into a circle. You're going to create a pocket. It's going to be like a pocket back here. It's kind of like a baseball mitt or something like that. So now I was able to stretch it all a little bit, and it's nice and firm. And as we're turning, you're going to go ahead and seal it.
Mommy, I like to do that. Mommy, to have that.
So,
No, baby.
so you see some of these. You see some of these spots aren't closed, so you
No, I like
just
to do that.
you keep Madison, please. You keep
I got it,
going
baby.
until it's sealed.
Mama did it.
And
Is there air in there?
There's probably a little bit of air.
Mama turned it first.
Stop it. Okay, so now it's pretty much closed now.
I got it. Thank you.
Now it's closed. Now we're gonna just go ahead. And now this is please. Okay. So now we're gonna just put a cloth over that because you don't want it to get dried out.
No, it's my turn.
We're gonna make a whole nother one, honey.
So we're gonna do what they call proofing. So you're just gonna let it rise. So you could do two things. You can either just, put a cloth on it, and you can just leave it on your counter, and you can just leave